and covering the different modules that you use to create your website that you got from Technobase Studios. In this module we are going to cover today is going to be polls and surveys. Now, polls and surveys are a great way of getting some quickie, immediate information from your members and people who regularly use your website, and kind of gauging thoughts, ideas, and feelings one way or another. For example, in clicking through and going through our polls and surveys, just to show you what you will see when you're administering your site, you see where it has polls and surveys here for the administration. You see where it has create a new poll, but you can also delete polls that have already been created or edit new polls, or rather edit polls that are there instead of rather deleting them. And to just kind of give you an idea, an example of that, in clicking for deleting polls, you see where it has please choose a poll from the list. We have the one that's on the main front page of what do you think about this site, and the other two that we created that you saw during the videoing of working that we've done in previous different modules earlier, where we created with articles what is your favorite module and my understanding of an admin module is. So that gives you an idea there of exactly how you can keep up with your polls and see what's going on through them. Now, in creating a new poll, another thing to notice is that then going further down, where you can actually announce this new survey in your site, or you can just leave it blank and just create the survey without announcing it. But in creating a survey, let's go ahead and create an example of one. Let's say that you're a club, this is your club website, and we can put in who is your favorite dancer. Okay? And you get to choose which language that people will view this right off the bat if they don't choose a language that they prefer already. And here we can put in, say, different names, Sweet Candy, Misty Blue, Holly Berry. And then another one, let's say Eva Lovely. Okay? And we can go ahead, we'd like to announce this, and let's say contest for best dancer. We want the category where in choosing one, if we don't see one that's there, we can add one, edit, or delete one. And creating a new one, we'll just go ahead and leave that in articles for now. You see where it has that you can have the choice of publishing in home, which means that this will actually be shown on the front page of your website there. Here it has activate comments for this story. We can go ahead and say yes, why not? You can even select a topic that it would show up under. If you notice here in this module again where it has the random headlines, you can select the topic of PHP Nuke if it's relevant, and then in the story we can put in vote for your favorite dancer for them to win a free car. Why not? Win a free car on SL. Okay? Here, of course, is where you can go through and doing your normal text editing. Extended would be if you wanted to add more to follow next week. And again, this is all just in being an example in showing how on your website what you may or may not do in putting this through and putting together. Then we just simply click Create Poll, and the poll is now created. And you see right here where it says Current Poll, who is your favorite dancer? Now, if we go through to take a look at what that looks like on the front page on our website here, you'll see where if we go over to the end, it has a survey of who is your favorite dancer. People visiting can then choose going ahead and voting. And when they vote, you'll actually see the results, where right now with the one vote, the big winner is Misty Blue. Okay? They have the options of the voting booth and other polls. They can also see the different other surveys that you have, such as what do you think about this site or any other more polls. And they also have the option of posting a comment. The ad edit is only there as part of your administration. Now, the thing to know is that this is, again, one of the great ways of getting people to interact with your website, seeing something different and new each day that they can get into, for one. Second, it gives you a chance to also see what people are responding to, thinking, and so forth. 3, if I was actually a club and had this, you can bet that I would have Sweet Candy, Misty, Holly, and Eva making sure that they had as many people as possible coming to the website and voting for them one way or the other, and also registering to become members of your website. And of course, the more members you have that are online in your website, the more people that you're able to keep in touch with other than through in Second Life as well. Now, in showing you some of the quickie other things, like for example in the voting booth, where it just shows you the poll there by itself, and going through in other polls is where it'll show you through the different surveys that we have, and some that are attached to different articles there. As you can see, if you've been following along through our other modules and checking out exactly how you could put the website together easily enough on your own, you're seeing how just by going through each module and adding one small thing to another, that we're starting to actually see a full website develop here. And in developing that full website, this just shows you how easy and simply it is for you to sit here and work through and making this happen for yourself and being a constructive part of your business in Second Life. Now, that is the results there for as far as polls are concerned. Next module that we will cover in this series is going to be our topics. Thank you very much. This is Zen and Java.